everyone, and welcome to Take a Sip, the monthly YouTube show about everything community investments program. I'm Meaghan Morris, the Senior Programs Associate over in the CIP office. And today I'm joined by a very extra special guest, the ENF's Development and Events Manager, Kate Edsey. How are you today, Kate?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I think this is my first time on Take a Sip.
Um, there's a first time for
It's
everything.
an
So
it's
thank
an
you so much for
honor.
being here.
Long time listener, first time guest. So
Well, thank you so much for being on. We're so happy to have you. So the reason we have Kate on today is because the 2024-25 grant year will be opening soon, with starting with the Beacon, the Gratitude, and the Spotlight grant applications open on April 1st.
mhm.
And we have introduced a brand new bonus to the Gratitude grant for the upcoming year. It's called the Fundraising Increase Bonus.
Yes.
And this bonus recognizes lodges with consistent and growing fundraising goals by providing a $500 bonus to lodges that increase their giving by 10% over the prior year. So with this bonus, lodges have the opportunity to receive a $4,000 gratitude grant, meaning there is a potential for lodges to receive $10,000 available between the Beacon, the Spotlight, and the gratitude grant.
Wow.
So Kate, as the development manager, are you excited about this brand new bonus?
I'm thrilled. I was excited years ago when we introduced the first bonus, which was for membership support. And since then, we've been adding on. So to see this fourth one come along, and also this is the first time that we've done it without it being a surprise on April 1st
Yeah.
to reward those from the previous fiscal year. So this is nice because it's given plenty of time for the lodges to understand the bonus structure and then hopefully be able to achieve that before March 31st of this year.
Exactly. Yes, and we are very excited. The CIP has had a long time goal of getting $10,000 available to lodge through these smaller grants. Was there any sort of other impetus behind this bonus?
For sure. And I mean, it's no secret. I always tell people that the grants department, their whole job is to give out money. This is what we do. They're not trying to hold it. They want all of it out the door every year.
Yeah.
But to give all that money out, we also need to take in money. So we do need to fundraise from all of our lodges and hopefully from all of the Elks who take care of their foundation, which is what we are. And with that, then that allows us to increase things like giving an extra $500 bonus. So with that, we really looking at why would you add this particular bonus, and it really speaks to moving away from maybe the culture of just meeting the GER's goal and or meeting maybe a goal in your lodge. This really says you can't really stop fundraising on, December 31st or January 10th because you have this opportunity to increase by 10% and get the bonus. So I
Mhm.
think it really keeps people moving and lodges doing what they need to do to not be stagnant in, we wrote you a check, we're done. And so I really think certainly that was part of the goal of this goal, but also just a real reward for those lodges that are doing so much in fundraising.
Yes, for sure. It really is an incredible bonus and just rewards the lodges that are doing amazing things, both for the ENF and for their community through the Community Investments Program and the grants that we give out. Do you, as the development manager, again, have any advice for lodges that want to achieve this bonus yearly?
I do. Well, first, every good fundraising program at a lodge starts with a registered ENF fundraising chair.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you're like, I don't know who that is, it's probably because you don't have one registered, or maybe they wear a lot of hats and need some help. So what I would say is first a registered chair, and then that person has access to all of our really detailed reports, which actually hand a lodge chair the keys to the kingdom. So we always suggest starting with people who already donated and making sure that the people in your lodge know what those grants are going to do. Certainly somebody who's like, oh, I've already given, or I'm not really in the mood to give this year. If they hear what will be accomplished with those grants, there's a high likelihood that they'll be able to give and
Mhm.
say, I love this program. I love what it's doing for my community. So yes, here's a donation.
Perfect. Yeah, that's excellent. And you mentioned the fundraising chair. So in the CIP program, we have grants coordinators. You can have an infinite amount of grant coordinators in your lodge, but there can only be one fundraising chair per lodge. So how can a lodge member register as the fundraising chair?
That's a great question. And when we think about Lodge E&F fundraising chairs and grants coordinators, they are two wildly different sets of skills. Now, there are some very talented people who have both sets. I am not one of them. But so a grants coordinator could be a Lodge E&F fundraising chair and vice versa. But to register and be noted in our records, to have access to the reports and all of the detailed donor information, these chairs need to go online and register themselves. So we do have a registration online that isn't a secretary putting them in, like that would happen with the grants coordinators or some of the other roles. Because we do provide detailed private donor information, we need a chair to go on and register themselves, accept the privacy policy, and then submit that. So with an elks.org login, it takes maybe 5 minutes, but that does need to happen. Every chair has to register every year because it is a new year and a new set of donors and a new set of goals.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And we'll have information posted in the comments about that registration link. And speaking of items that we'll put in the comments, Kate, is there anywhere where lodges can check their progress towards each one of these gratitude grant bonuses?
Yes, we have this great new tool. It's a bonus dashboard. So it gives you, it's a great graphic that gives you the 4 bonuses and whether your lodge has met it or how far it has to get there. So I peeked at mine this morning and it shows that we're getting close to that 10%, but it'll say you have X amount of dollars still to go to be able to get this bonus. And knowing that you have until March 31st to do that, we're in early February. This is not insurmountable. There's plenty of time left as long as you get those donations in on time.
Exactly. And on time, that would be the deadline of?
That deadline is March 31st, but it's always been March 31st. Donations physically in our office on or before March 31st account towards the current fiscal year. Anything we receive after that date goes to the next fiscal year. But this year, we're making it a little harder based on the calendar. So March 31st is a Sunday. We're not open on Sunday. The day before is a Saturday, also not open. And so you might say, hey, I'll just get them in by Friday, the 29th. But the issue there is that's Good Friday. And the E&F offices are closed. The Elks headquarters campus, they are closed for that day. So for this year, everyone needs to know they need to be here in our office. If you're sending a check, certainly in a remittance, that's March 28th. That's a Thursday. Get everything in by then. You won't have to worry about it. Even better, get it in way before that so that you're not sweating and wondering if we got your check. And then we can also always take online donations up until 11:59 p.m. Central Time on March 31st, but don't wait until then. All kinds of things can happen with a credit card, and there are no do-overs when we get here on Monday morning, April 1st. It's a new fiscal year. It's we say Happy New Year. It's over. There's no do-overs for the last fiscal year.
Exactly. So just if you're planning on getting donations in, make sure please to get them in before, earlier the better.
Yeah.
As Kate said, we will be closed, but we want to help you. So get those in as soon as you can.
And we have a super fancy calendar that our colleague Claire put together. We'll link that and share that, let people know there's plenty of time, but don't wait till the last minute.
Exactly. Okay, thank you so much for being here again. This has been super informative and very exciting. And we can't wait to see everyone's applications pouring in starting April 1st with those brand new shiny gratitude grant bonuses attached to them. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact our office or email us at lodgegrants@elks.org. Otherwise, this has been Take a Sip with Meaghan Morris and
Kate Edsey. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.
Bye.